This is the Ryder and Lisa replay.
Brought to you by Southtown Hyundai. Check out the Southtown Hyundai Advantage at southtownhyundai.ca.
It's time for Overrated, Underrated with Ryder and Lisa.
Today I'm going with underrated, and I have to say, I love a good, hilarious, but passionate petition. Today, Starbucks has returned their Christmas drinks, but the eggnog latte and the gingerbread latte
Nowhere
are
to be seen.
not on the menu. Nope, they've been replaced.
Very disappointing.
People don't really care about the gingerbread latte, but I'm pretty sure because that's just the chestnut praline latte with cinnamon on it. So just order your chestnut praline like that.
Okay.
But no, the eggnog lovers not happy online. So
Are they just not carrying eggnog this year, I guess? Like, you got to bring in a full truck of eggnog just for that one specific drink? I guess it makes sense that they don't.
I can't believe how fast this petition is growing, though. It already has 400 signatures.
Okay. Just 400?
Well, they are trying to reach 500.
They're like a worldwide company, though.
I know.
Would think.
I know.
I thought you were going to say like 400,000. Then they'd take it seriously. 400? They're like, okay.
But that's why it's funny to me. Because what do you do with this? Where do you take it? To their head office? And you're
Yeah.
like, listen, 500 of us out of millions of people really want this back.
I'm going to sound like a rapper here for a second, but how often do these petitions come to fruition?
I don't know. That's a really good question. I've signed a couple petitions in my day.
And?
I don't know. I never checked back.
Stop paying attention to whatever you were passionate about in that moment.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens with this. Should I sign it?
Yeah, give her.
I don't care for eggnog, but I care for people who care for eggnog. So
Okay, that's very nice of you.
do people keep tabs of all the petitions that you've signed?
Because it would be embarrassing to
Yeah.
see some of yours.
Mine are ridiculous.
All right, I'm going with underrated today, and it's when two artists that you really like collab. I remember like finding out that Jay-Z and Kanye were going to be releasing an album together, and I was like, get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
Big fan of both of those guys. Well, The Weeknd has teased that he will be making a collaboration with Post Malone. Actually, the song's already been made, and it will be released in full tomorrow. It'll be featured on The Weeknd's upcoming 5th album.
Which is going to be so good. I just know it.
Here is just a little piece of it. Have you heard this yet?
No.
7 seconds is all they've released so far. Ugh.
So good.
Like, how can 7 seconds of a song sound that good?
Can you start it again?
Both just beasts in the music industry. Nice to see them come together. On the way, tell me something good. Yesterday, you had a really cute story about some kids from Calgary who noticed an empty bowl while trick-or-treating, and the doorbell cam caught them grabbing treats from their own bag and putting them in the bowl just so that the next kids by would have something to grab.
Yeah, so precious.
Another viral story that's not as sweet that I need to talk about.
Oh, no, what?
A 14-year-old stopped at a house. Doorbell camera caught him having a look in the bowl, and then looking around, he saw a couple king-size chocolate bars in there.
King?
Yeah.
Not even full.
Reese's Pieces, the 4-sleevers.
Whoa.
Yeah. And he took-
Instantly, I'd think this was a trap.
True. It wasn't. They were just giving away king-size. Like, God bless people like that. Anyway, kid ends up taking 2. But he gave kind of a play-by-play of what he was up to. That's what's going viral, because people are saying it is pretty sweet that he was like assessing the situation vocally and then went for 2.
Oh, so this is all caught on camera, like
Yes.
him talking to himself.
Yeah.
Wait, they got the king size? Yes, sir. Well, they probably got a camera. I apologize in advance, but I gotta take 2.
So
That
he
is
looked at the camera
awesome.
and said, I'm sorry, I love these things.
But I gotta take 2. I can't. I just can't resist. I love Reese's. I apologize.
That's so good.
They ended up posting the video on Facebook, the lady saying, like, how cute is this kid? Yes, he took 2, but I'm cool with it. And he's hilarious. He apologized, like, in the video. Immediately, his mom ended up seeing it in the community Facebook group and reaching out to the lady and apologizing that that her son had taken to. Now, Kayla, the lady that posted it, said it was fine, no big deal.
Yeah, but mom might be strict.
Yeah, mom didn't seem real happy about it. They tracked the kid down, though, and he explained what was going through his head at the time.
Okay.
Not too many people give out the king size no more, so it's it's good to see it. It makes Halloween a lot better and more fun. And that made my day right there. That was the house of the day. I'm gonna keep eating them till I die. So that's how it is.
House of the day.
Wow.
Way it is.
This guy doesn't care.
Did you notice he sounded exactly like this 14-year-old kid, like a 25-year-old Justin Bieber?
Not too many people give out the king size no more, so it's it's good to see it. It makes Halloween a lot better and more fun.
He should start singing, right? Then he can afford all the king-size bars.
Dang.
Anyway, just wanted to point out that not all kids were being totally good on Halloween this year.
I just don't understand why the address hasn't gone viral, because I'd come knocking for
I'd
sure.
Fly into Connecticut for some 4-sleevers.
Ryder and Lisa.
Oh, more kids being awesome? Love to see it. My story today comes to us from Italy. A great-grandmother was, chilling at home on Halloween night. Didn't have any treats, though. And these 3 precious children knocked on the door saying trick or treat. And she did answer and said, "I'm so sorry. I just don't have anything for you this year." And they said, "That's okay, because sometimes just making somebody happy and getting a nice big smile is a reward enough." Like, who are these?
Said that?
Who are these sweet little angels?
I feel like whoever wrote this maybe changed it a bit.
Maybe. They ended up loving this woman so much that they went to the store, bought her some chocolates, a card, a pack of muffins, and wrote her another note and brought it to her door the next day and titled it, "To the Kind Lady."
Nice.
That is so cute.
Good for them.
I know.
Tell me something good.
This time of year can be a little tricky, especially in northern Canada, where we know it's coming. We know it's about to get cold. We know we're going to be shoveling and scraping and plugging in and shaking off snow.
We have to get our winter tires on.
Yeah, all that is looming. But don't take for granted how lovely this season is, especially like high of 11 today and tomorrow. It's a lovely fall. Taylor Swift summed it up in a TikTok with a poem she wrote, and I just thought I'd share it so that we can all catch good vibes about this season.
Okay.
Hats and scarves and knee socks and wearing tights for the first time in months. And when the mornings are all chilly and you can see your breath and draw little pictures on foggy windows. And plaid stuff and ankle boots and not caring when people make fun of pumpkin flavored stuff because you love it and are happy it's all the rage. And people who dress their dogs in costumes on Halloween and fires and fireplaces and maroon/hunter green/mustard yellow color combos and baking your first fall batch of cookies, but you put too much cinnamon in it because you're too excited because it's fall.
There it is.
There it is, except too bad the pumpkin flavor's probably off the menu now.
No, you need to
It probably is.
take some deep breaths.
They just released the Christmas coffees today.
Oh, I thought you were mad because they got rid of a couple of the Christmas ones, and now you're saying they're going to get rid of pumpkin spice.
No, it's probably off the menu today.
So we are kind of in winter then.
Yeah, but
Starbucks dictates what season it is now.
yeah, it's
Not the calendar anymore.
It's winter.
Okay.
Tell me something good.
We are the champions yet again. We have a Canadian champ, Ply Passarge. He won the best barista in Canada, went to a competition in Milan, placed 5th in the world. He works for Rogue Wave Coffee Roasters.
Okay, so
Need to get a coffee there immediately.
Need to go there.
Yeah,
So not only that, but we also have the best hockey player in the world,
undoubtedly.
undoubtedly. And there was another thing that we won. What was it?
Best bartender in the world was from Edmonton this year.
What else? What else do we have?
Well, that's pretty good.
I mean, it's 3 things. We could do more.
Well, let us be the more then.
Okay.
What are you the absolute best at? Lisa, give us an example.
Pretending that I'm too busy to talk to people. Like, I'll be walking by someone and I know that they're going to want to like ask me a question or peel 10 minutes of my day off of me. No. What you do I want to give it away? It's a good tip. What you have to do is walk really fast, like you're going somewhere.
Okay.
You have a purpose to your walk. Look like up to the right and act like you're counting in your head. So like do the like hand movements of like 1, 2, 3, 4.
And actually, all you're doing is saying 1, 2, 3, 4. You're not counting anything.
Yeah.
Wow, brilliant.
I know, because nobody's going to disrupt you when you're doing math equations. That's super rude.
Yeah, super rude.
And so you don't have to talk to anyone for days. So that's what I'm the best at.
You've chosen an odd career path if that's your life goal.
I mean, it's not always the case for me. Like, I love talking to listeners, and everyone that works here is great. But if I'm not in the mood,
1,
which
2,
I'm
3,
allowed
4.
to be,
Yeah.
1, 2, 6, 9, 8, 17. Like, that's all you have to do. It's so easy.
Okay. So that's what Lisa's the best at. We want to hear from you.
Marco says, my girlfriend is the best at drinking 90% of all of her drinks and leaving the last
Yes.
bit. Christine wrote in saying, I'm the best at passing the blame. Ha ha.
Yes. Good answer.
Good answer. Good
Good
answer. We like to
answer.
play this Family Feud style. Good answer. Lindsay says, falling asleep anywhere, anytime. I wish I had that problem.
Well, not really. Not
No?
when you're driving.
That's not throwing gutter balls for bowling.
Throwing gutter balls in bowling. Now,
Yeah.
do you feel it's like your accuracy, your speed,
Yeah, it's got to be both, I think. Yeah.
and like consistency as well?
Yeah, totally. Just how you lob it in. I just know how to get. It's the gutter. I don't know.
It just heads right to the gutter.
Get to the gutter.
Yeah.
You know what you're like world's best at? Boosting your other friend's confidence when bowling.
That's true. Yeah. I wonder why I was getting invited to go bowling now.
Yeah, everybody always asks you, unless it's a
Yeah.
team thing.
Exactly. Yeah. Totally. Unless it means something for points or something. Yeah.
Yeah, if there's prizes, maybe not, eh?
Entertainment for sure.
Thank you for the call, Candace.
Thanks.
Okay, Ryder, what are you the best at?
I'd say chugging bubblies. I'm pretty good at.
Yeah, I'm worried about you, though. Is it safe to be drinking bubblies that fast? Ryder just like opens his throat and goes to town.
Bye.
Jessica, I'm the best at hitting every red light when I'm in a hurry.
Repeatedly cracking my toes.
All right. Do you think you got one in you right now? Could you put the phone up to your toes and we could see if you're telling the truth?
I could definitely give it a try.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I'm gonna turn your phone right up in here.
Gotta get the shoes and socks off.
Ooh, even getting the socks off. Like the commitment.
Hold on, yeah. Okay, here we go. Oh no. My feet are too sweaty right now to do it.
So you need the right conditions.
Hold on. I'm drying them off.
Okay.
Drying them off.
Impressive.
Thanks.
Ed Sheeran said that he's had just numerous awkward encounters with other celebrities in bathrooms.
Yeah, so he met Kit Harington from Game of Thrones and Richard Madden, who wasn't he also in Game of Thrones? Maybe not. He was he's the main guy in Bodyguard.
Okay.
He was in Eternals, Rocket Man as well. And yeah, he just said it's always awkward. And it's true. The bathroom is such a strange place to have conversations. Unless you're a woman wasted at the bar, you can talk to strangers. You become best friends with them. You have the best conversations. But outside of that, it's so weird because you're looking in the mirror. You're washing your hands. They're standing right beside you. Do you make eye contact through the mirror? Do you look at them directly beside you?
Yeah.
To the right? Do you just ignore them and pretend you don't see them? It's just super an awkward place, vulnerable place.
Your boyfriend was partying in Vegas at a super fancy party and ran into a celebrity.
Sure enough, Andy Dick was in there. The one guy was like, oh, hey, what's going on, Andy Dick? And if you know anything about Andy Dick, you know he can be pretty different. So he turns around and he starts peeing everywhere. And like the guy freaks out. And then the other guy and him, my boyfriend, look and it's like, oh, shit. Andy Dick's walking towards them, everything hanging out, still peeing. And so the one guy, runs into the stall, and my boyfriend tries to run after him, but the guy locks him out. And so he's like banging on, like, let me in, let me in. And Andy Dick's still doing his drunken walk towards him with this thingy hanging out. So my boyfriend has like two options. So he goes with option number 2, and he boots Andy Dick in the chest, knocking him back, and he runs out of the bathroom.
Oh my
lifts
God!
on his pee,
What was the last part? Sorry. What was the last part you said about the pee?
He slipped on it. He crashed down, and then he ran out, and then he waited for 5 minutes because he was so off because he was just gonna beat him up, and then his buddies talked him down, and then the next day they are you sure that was Andy Dick? And sure enough, in the newspaper he was kicked out of the party because he was just being Andy Dick and being a
far
jerk,
too intoxicated, doing things like trying to pee on people in the bathroom.
yeah. So and coming after them.
Something that brings me back to my childhood is that game we used to play in the basement at your friend's parents' house when you were young, where you would flip your head upside down and try and basically choke yourself till you black out. Why did we do that? And it wasn't just my friends and I. Every single one of us did that. How did that even spread before the internet was really a thing?
So dumb
and irresponsible and terrible for you. Why?
Well, and you see people our age that are reacting to Gen Zers saying eating Tide Pods, you idiots. We were pretty dumb too.
Yeah, we were probably eating things too, but we just didn't document it.
The most popular game in my school for at least a year stretch was, I think we called it Loonies, but I know a lot of people called it Knuckles, where you'd put your knuckle on the table. Well, you'd spin the loonie, and then the other person had to keep it spinning, and back and forth, and whoever screwed up had to put their knuckle down, and the other person got to shoot it.
Yeah.
With their thumb as hard as they could.
We just had bloody knuckles in junior high, and the teachers didn't care. They just walk right past. They're like, these idiots.
We had numerous, and I'm not even kidding. People have to go to the hospital because they ended up with infections in their hands from how bloody their knuckles got. Why would we have thought that was a fun idea?
I just want to know if junior high teachers are still as careless. Do they just not care? Because when I was in junior high, the grade 7 kids were chewing tobacco and spitting it on the floor of our school. And the teachers would just walk by with their coffee, their 6th coffee of the day. And they're like, whatever.
Hey, so you were asking about games that were dumb when we were kids?
Yes, please.
We used to play a game in grade school, and we called it blind tag. So basically what you would do is take your winter coat and unzip it, pull it up over your head and zip it back up so that you couldn't see. And then one person was it, and they could pull their coat down and they chase you around and you couldn't see. You just had to go based on their footsteps. And one day I ran into the fence post and I chipped my tooth. So that was the end of that game.
Yeah, I wonder, probably the most pain would be 2 kids running full steam at each other and hitting.
Well, that fortunately never happened, but one kid chased me, and I kept running, and they were yelling, and I thought it was because he was chasing me, but it was the fence.
Yeah, he was yelling, post, post, and you thought he was saying, go, go.
Go, go, go.
So my brother and his friends used to take a lighter and light their socks on fire, terry cloth socks, and watch them sort of blow up their legs.
Yeah, because they just go right up the sock.
Right up the leg.
I just want to know, why kids had so many lighters and matches at such a young age. Where are you getting those from?
Yeah, because, whenever I farted.
Because everybody smoked.
Yeah, that's true. I was smoking at 12.
Yes. Did your brother always light his farts on fire, too? Why were we doing that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
The craziest is if you had terry cloth underwear on when you were lighting your fart. That was a wild ride. We are joined by Brandon, the head brewer, part owner of Town Square Brewing Company. Lisa has a bold prediction to get things going.
Okay, Brandon, I don't know what you look like, but I'm going to assume that you have a beard.
5 o'clock shadow. I did have a big beard at one point.
Okay, and you're also are you wearing flannel?
I am not today, no.
But usually?
That is my nightwear. Yeah.
Awesome, man. I just want to start by saying I love your joint. I went and had a beer there. Well, actually, it turned into a couple, but with a good buddy of mine. And upstairs, after you get your pint, you head upstairs, and it's just such a peaceful, awesome place that makes you feel like you're kind of in the olden days with all the brick, and you guys have done a really nice job there.
Yeah, thank you. We're
joining forces for a brand new seltzer. You're the man to talk to about what's in this thing, how you came about creating it.
We're trying to do obviously a winter Christmas theme, so you get some orange and cranberry and some ginger in there. We wanted to kind of keep it a little bit more sessionable, fruity, that you're able to still enjoy it cold and it doesn't have to be savory. So we introduced these into the market. We kind of got some feedback and a lead on seltzers out of the States with White Claw, and they weren't up here until 2020. So we kind of got the jump on it, started doing some R&D, and it actually took probably about 6 months to get the first batch to where we wanted it. And then we introduced it late 2019, and then from there we kind of been adding a core 4 flavors and just getting it out to the market. We obviously had a major stall when White Claw came in and took over the world.
Right.
For that summer of 2020, the liquor stores just had mountains of that stuff. So we went to the back burner, but it's nice that, in Alberta here, everybody's supporting locals.
Yeah, and lucky for you, our listeners love to support locals, so they'll definitely be checking out Town Square Brewing and hopefully picking up the Tis the Sizz seltzer, because 10% of the proceeds are going to be going to the Edmonton Food Bank. So, Brandon, thank you so much for working with us with that. And I do think if you haven't checked out Town Square Brewing before, there's a pretty good chance you're going to enjoy what you're tasting, because you've won a couple awards.
That is correct. Yes, we've been winning awards since 2017. So our initial run was within Alberta, and then most recent, the last 3 years we've placed nationally with multiple golds, silvers, and bronzes. So picking up one of our longest run beers, our Beets Sour, finally won a gold, which is amazing. And the funny thing is, this is a vegetable beer that won in a fruit class. So it's a little ironic when you're beating out all these amazing fruit beers.
It sounds like a Seinfeld episode.
Yeah,
right?
I love
We got beat by beets.
And Brandon, not only alcohol, but you have adapted your in-house pizzas as well. Can people be taking those home to cook as well?
Yeah. So when we originally started, we had a complete food program and restaurant. And due to COVID, it just made it really difficult to maintain staff and onboard and offboard all the time. So we switched gears a little bit and created some frozen pizzas with our top 6 that we just love and enjoy. And then the customers keep coming back. They're frozen. You're able to bring them home, reheat them, and pair them with some local craft beer or seltzer and just enjoy a nice little casual evening where you don't actually have to really cook and prepare food.
Yeah.
I have one more question. Is it possible to get seltzer on tap, or is it always just canned? Because I could really go for a straight up pint of seltzer. Yeah,
we do package it in kegs, but not at the volumes that we do for obviously canned products.
Right.
It is definitely a laggard in the industry. It's not something that bars and restaurants are taking on. We've introduced it a few times, and we have it on draft at our place. Pretty easy to throw it into the keg.
Okay, so my dream of having a pint of seltzer at some point is going to come true.
Yeah, we just got to go see Brandon.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, Brandon, where can people find you if they're wanting to stop by for a Tis the Sizz seltzer or dive into some amazing local craft beers?
Our location, so we're 2919 Elwood Drive.
Terrific. Well, thank you for giving us the time to chat, and thank you for teaming up with us for the Tis the Sizz Radwater Seltzer.
Thank you, guys.
Ryder and Lisa.
Brought to you by Southtown Hyundai.
Play 107.